filling in for somebody. And you were on with me. We were doing Beers on the Table.
That's right.
The new thing with Drew and KB. We were filling in for them. And when we finished up the interview, I was talking to, I think it was Pipe Bomb, I think it was producing. And I said what a great guy Paul was. And I said, I have 5 of his baseball cards. I said, that's 5 more than you and I will ever have in our lifetime, you know? And so that was a tribute to you. Tip of the cap to you, you know?
Thank you.
And now he's trying to pawn off his excess.
I tried. See how nice it would have been if it was like I was thinking.
I'll take him.
If I'd have been good, let's just say I'd have been like a Hall of Famer. Like I look at these things like Robin Yount. Like Robin Yount can sell a baseball card with his autograph on it for, let's just say, I don't have it for $100.
Right.
Hey guys, you want to go up north hunting? I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy new fishing poles and stuff. What are you doing, Paul? I just pulled out 10 cards. I'm going to sign 10 of them. Here's $1,000 for us. And now we can, now it's like, I'm sorry, Paul. We'll take that card. But, I forgot to add that $25 service charge we got to charge.
By the way, speaking of Robin, you want to feel old? Yeah. Robin turned 70 this week.
Wow.
70 years old this week. He broke into the big leagues in 1974. And the reason I know that is because I have an autographed black and white photo of Robin his rookie season with, oh my God, my mind just went blank. Second baseman at that time. This is pre-Jim Gantner. He was the guy who was the skip in Toronto and said that he was a Vietnam decorated war vet. You remember this about 10 years ago? And they challenged him on it. And Tim, my mind just went blank. Anyway, he was the second baseman at that time when Robin came up. And they show those two turning a double play. But he was the manager of the Blue Jays.
Tim Flannery? No,
not Tim Flannery. Tim somebody. I'll have to I'll look it up. But anyway, that guy. And so I was just thinking, well, Robin, matter of fact, in my office, I have a Robin rookie card in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And alongside my Paul Wagner cards.
Alongside those cards.
Displayed.
So he brings the stack out. I'm sitting in there. He shuffles through it, pulls out the 5 Paul Wagner cards, and he's got the autographed Leroy Butler card.
Autograph, by the way.
Autograph. All the Packer guys. I'm sure all the Packer, and I'm on the bottom. I'm like, he goes, well, he didn't say this, but I'm assuming we always keep the good ones on the top, and you put
Tim
that
Johnson.
Tim
Johnson,
yes.
That's the guy, yes.
You put the bad ones on the bottom because they're going to
It's like bills. Do you put the big ones on the outside or the small ones on the outside?
You pick your poison. But this way, the Leroy Butler cards, et cetera, that are autographed and are valuable, they don't get beat up.
Sure.
The Paul Wagner card gets beat to hell.
So Eric, here's how we'll help a buddy out, okay? When and if we ever do a live show on location someplace, we'll do it as a pseudo, tailgate talk, live show, Paul Wagner autograph session, help his brother get rid of his cards out of his garage signing.
Fund Wag's food plot for next year.
That's true.
Or
yes.
whatever.
Well, no. I tell you what, every baseball card you take, minimum of 5, you get $1.
You buy 5, we'll throw in a 6th card free. That's right.
Oh man.
You buy 1, you get 5 free.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly. By the way, later on in the show today, I talked to my brother-in-law in Florida, and he is actually hunting gators this week.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. And so we're going to have him on the show, if not next week, the week after, depending.
Okay.
He's in law enforcement, and, sometimes when we do the show, it just doesn't jive with him. But anyway, so I wanted to tell you that. And the other thing I'm going to play a little bit later is a story from Florida, and it's not a Florida man. It's a Florida woman who fought off a gator who was trying to consume her dog. Oh, geez. Yes. So we'll get to that in a little bit later in the program. I know you two guys have been busy this week.
Yeah,
been active.
We're
doing
in the
stuff,
season.
right?
We are in the season.
My phone's been blowing up from you guys. Take a look at this. Take a look at that.
I don't know what else to say, but the chess match has begun. That's pretty much what it comes down to, is that we've got some hours in, and I'm not sure, I guess you could take that in a number of different ways. The chess match between the wasp that came alive after the thermocell started rolling, the chess match with the big doe that eats like a horse in Wag's food plot, or the chess match against the weather that it's like I bought a USB fan for Wag's blind because it's so freaking hot in there. So we're trying to brave the elements in whatever capacity we can so that we can knock down a couple deer early this year.
Right.
And
we definitely that is the goal.
It's been fun so far.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge, but so Tim, I don't know if you know this, but Wags has this doe that's like probably 2 times the size of her fawns. Her 2 fawns that she has, she is the size of both of them.
Really?
She is a good-sized deer.
Okay. And
she just walks out into the food plot, and she hangs out at like 65 yards for the most part. Walks right in front of the camera, so she's out there. Mm-hmm. And she just stares at the blind. That's all she does. She'll eat a little bit, and she'll look at the blind. She'll eat a little bit, she'll look at the blind. She's very sketch about everything going on out there. So it's this chess match that we've started now, and I was very close on Sunday.
47, did you say? 43 yards?
Well, the little one was 44 yards, and then she turned around, and I saw Mom started walking out. Mom got to like 52, which is still quite a poke.
Yeah.
So, we're seeing her every day. I mean, she's out there constantly. It's just a matter of her taking one step the wrong way.
She's got the 2 marks. She's been there. I bet you, if I had to guesstimate, I would say she's about 5 years old.
Okay.
Somebody else says that they think she might be 6 or 7. We've seen her. She finds she finds anything that's out of the ordinary, whether you're in the blind, whether you're walking across, whether you're in the trails to the north and you're coming through. She is the most alert thing. And we've been trying to get her. I mean, and we know it's the same doe because of her markings.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get her for at least 3 years now.
I'm just going to say it has to be an older deer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 3 years now we've been trying to get her. And she just won't come close enough for I think maybe we ought to do one of those, I don't know, a Wile E. Coyote thing. We ought to set a trap and net her.
Oh, man. We'll be just climbing up into that one tree over in the back corner off on the left side of the food plot and just tucking in there.
And she'll look at you and just shake her head. Like, boys, that's not going to work.
So I think it was Sunday. So Sunday I text Wags, and Wags was watching football, and I was out there, and I sent him a message, and I said, well, she's at 70 yards. And I said, I'm just hoping that something happens here. Then I text again. Well, the kid came out. 10 minutes later, well, they both have laid down and started taking a nap in the food plot at 65 yards.
Right in the shade.
So I sent him a picture. The one was a nub. You could kind of see it. That one was laying right out underneath the rope that he's got out there. And then the mama was the full opposite, right on the border of where all the tall grass and everything starts. She was just kind of leaned up against it. I mean, the absolute farthest possible spot in the corner of that food plot. And it's been fun, though. It's fun, though.
You're right. And the food plot is, let's just say it's the size of a football field.
Right.
They stay in that south end zone all the time.
All the time.
They won't come out. They don't. A couple randoms will come from the north side, but they'll stay in that, just for a football reference, I'll say the 10-yard line and down in the end zone. 10-yard line in the end zone.
Because they know there's nobody down there. Right?
Yeah. So we're going back and forth, and we're like, all right, should we get another ground blind, and should we put a ground blind in that corner? What do we have to do to change this up to throw her for a loop? Because, 6 years or whatever, however many years she's lived, she knows that something's not right about that redneck.
You know what would help you?
A gun?
Well, I don't know. I've been hunting with you with a gun. I don't know.
That's true. The gun last year didn't help, but now that we have a new
what I was going to
sight.
say was to get your partner off the couch, stop watching football and get his butt out in the woods with you.
I did.
So both nights he was out there. He
Yeah.
sat the last 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours
It was
of the
hot.
night. So it's funny. So he's like, all right, I'm heading out, keep an eye out for everything in the north end zone, we'll say. And so I'm kind of looking, like 5 minutes later, he's like, I'm here, and it's very hot out here.
But that air conditioning was nice 25 minutes ago. Either that or you know what? Here's what you need. You need a good guide, right? You need a good guide. And I think the guy that could do it, it's the guy named Bob who took me right to Wags at the Dock Hounds game.
Oh, yeah.
Bob knew everywhere to go. He knew everybody, right?
Yeah,
Bob.
So you just need a Bob, Eric. That's what you need. You need a Bob.
I know. I'm, I don't know what else we got to do, but I feel good about it. And, it's been so fun.
Right.
Because I bet if I've sat out there for 12 hours now, say it was 6 hours each day or 5 and 6 hours each day, I bet there's been deer in the food plot for half of that time.
Yeah.
I bet at least for half of that time. Mm-hmm. So it's not for nothing. I mean, I had the fawn nub buck that walked right in front of me at probably 6 yards. So it is for sure been full of adventure and full of like things to kind of keep you occupied and keep you on your toes, really, because you have to be super careful about how you're moving in there.
And I think we learned something that when we turned over the dirt right before I planted, so I turned over the dirt. And we had a camera out there, turned it all over, then planted, seeded, and that fresh dirt. There must have been, not monster bucks. I'm going to say probably in the, what would you say? There was a couple eights in that one. I'd probably say in that 140 to maybe 150 might be pushing it, but like that 135 to 145, 140 range, inch range. I had probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a half a dozen of them.
Yeah.
All came in right away. It was like you turned over the dirt, or like you opened up a new restaurant, and the bucks came in to look at it, and they're like, okay, come November, we know where
this place is.
We know where this place is.
Yeah.
We know where we're going to go.
Yeah.
And now they have ghosted the camera, and it's not obviously the October lull. It's so early. It's hot. They're there, but they all came out to check it. And they smelled the dirt. They saw everything.
Yep.
Walked around. Give me about 1 or 2 days with all of them, and then they were gone. They all know where it is. They all know where I am. So hopefully that's a sign. But we know how that plays out every year.
And we talk about this oftentimes, but when it comes to, just if you're tracking deer, fish, whatever the case might be, weather does play a factor.
Yeah.
And we've been in the roller coaster again. I mean, we had 2 weeks ago, it was cold.
Yep.
And we're talking about 40s in the morning. The trees, hello, if you haven't noticed, the leaves are changing colors very quickly. Yeah. And now we surge back up into the 80s this week and coming off a couple of days in a row now with rain. So, I mean, it's I think Wisconsin this time of year.
The beans and the corn and everything are going to be so confused. I mean, we had those 40-degree mornings, the first part of last week. And for me, my camera's lit up. So we were getting kind of action all the time. And then I could just tell. I mean, you could almost watch the colors turn on the bean fields by my house.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I drove by, it was 20% more yellow and 20% more yellow. Yep. And then all of a sudden you see the corn stalks and they're all starting to brown up.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 days, I think, and that change happened. And we're talking about acres and acres of these bean fields and cornfields. It's kind of crazy to see, and then you'll start to notice that, we can look out the studio here now, and we don't see any orange out there, but you'll find a random tree that's blaze orange already. Right. And then, I think there's one just right down the street from the studio, and it's Mother Nature's way of starting to progress things into the fall, and things are going to start changing. And
and what will also change, too, is that soon, if it's not happening already, is that farmers are going to be in the fields.
Right.
They're going to be doing heavy harvesting of the beans and the corn and that type of stuff, Wags, and that changes things a lot, too.
Yep, and usually they usually do beans first.
Yeah.
Moisture content in the corn is one thing, I know that, but it always seemed like bean fields were taking off, but again, again, it's all of a sudden we're going to turn around and it's going to be halfway through the NFL season, halfway through the Badgers season.
Right.
And we'll be talking about other things, and we were like, what just happened? Where did it go? Where did it go?
Late season.
Yeah.
Oh, it's muzzleloader. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Yeah. But I think we're doing a good job of kind of taking advantage of our first, couple days. And even though it's probably the absolute worst kind of conditions that we want to be hunting in, we're still just, it helps because, I've never been a fan of this early season. And, sometimes you get out and you sit on opening day because you have to. And you want to get out, you want to say, okay, we're going to work through some of the kinks and we're going to work through all this stuff and we're going to just get our first sit in. But now, all my friends are like, why don't you hunt early season? I'm like, well, because A, I don't want to sit out and fight the mosquitoes for hours, and I don't want to sweat my rear off trying to get out there and set up a stand and do all of that. And they're like, yeah, but you completely overlook the fact of all of the deer are still on their summer patterns. So anything you've seen on camera, they're coming in at 2 o'clock every day. Okay, well, they're going to keep coming in at 2 o'clock for now. But you never know when that's going to change. So if you know that's happening, especially with bucks, take advantage of that and capitalize early.
But how sad. I'm sad every end of bow season because I still have a tag in my hand. But how sad would I be? All my luck would be that big buck would come in. Like I just showed you a picture.
Yeah.
Buddy shot one.
Yep.
One of my buddies shot one. I showed it to you too. Skinny neck. Nice big rack. He's not in rut. I go, Bobby, you're done. I go, well, what are you going to do now? Well, I don't know. I didn't really think of that. It's September. We've had a couple
We're 2 days into the deer
Packer
season.
games and stuff. I go, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but see, you talked about this before, right? Where you like to wait.
Yes.
The problem with it is that you may be stuck with the tag. And if you have the Muy Grande in front of you,
you're not going to not shoot. You're not going to not shoot.
You know what? Just have a nice day. Just, and I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to watch Mother Nature.
I won't tell
Sleep
you.
in.
Yeah.
Go sit in the redneck and take a nap if you want to. Who cares what
no,
you
it's
do?
too hot. You got to get that fan in there so it's comfortable.
Well, come October when it's like 45 degrees, it's perfect temperature. Maybe throw like a base layer on and just go out there and see what happens.
I want to do that.
See,
I want to
that's
bitch.
and no pressure.
So we can bitch about how cold it is now. Oh, it's so cold and rainy. Oh, that big one got away. Why did you shoot that one September 15th? I'm like, because I
Weird. Paul, it's weird having Paul in studio. I'm glad you're here.
So nice.
It is nice. It is. I shouldn't say weird. That's not. No.
That's not.
No, it's not weird.
Polite.
No. It's nice. It's surprising. It's polite. Yeah, exactly. So,
See, it's weird for Tim because I've seen you the last couple of days, so
I
it's
haven't.
been nice to, actually.
It's always on the phone.
Yeah.
It's always on the phone or Access 3. Inside information. Or what access am I in? Or
Armin's on access.
Yeah,
what do you
or I'll get, what's the deal? I'm hearing Billy and Armin. I'm not hearing you.
Billy and Armin. Potawatomi Sports Book. I'm trying to stop gambling, and all I do is get Access 3, and Billy's giving me
Get your parlay.
Parlay of the day. Parlay of the day. I'm like, oh, hell. Okay.
man.
So I actually texted Billy one time. I go, Billy, what was that one? Terang 1.5 bases. I go, Schwarber 1.5 bases. I'm like, oh, brother. I put a 3-teamer in and lost.
So what would be the outdoor parlay of the day? Okay.
Oh.
So what would it be? So Eric Tasker's in the woods, and he's watching Mother Nature at its finest. So what would be your parlay of the day?
Well, for sure not.
Now, Wags would include a nap. We'll just throw that in there. So.
Yeah. Well, for sure not harvest total because that would be a stretch. But I think it would have to be species seen.
Okay.
So like we could do like over under 3.5.
Okay.
So it'd be deer, turkey, squirrel,
Geese.
goose.
Yeah, have geese fly over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many deer total seen? Although that would be kind of tricky because it could be the same ones that come in and out.
Okay.
So I think that would maybe
that'd
be
be a
part
good
of
one.
it. And times dozed off. That'd be your 3-team parlay, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. There you go. There's your outdoors 3-team parlay of the day. All right, you ready for your no, actually, you know what? Before we do this, I want to back up just a minute. Wags, You and I talked about this before the show. You got something really, really cool going on, and I want to give you some time before we dive into Eric's headlines about what you got going on. Big fundraiser, I understand.
Yeah, real quick, it's the Lake Country Dock Hounds Foundation, and that's very, very instrumental in the community, and the Dock Hounds are so good with it, whether it be food services, shelter services, and we do it through the stadium at the parking lot, and there's always booths and stuff there, but we are doing a 2025 gun raffle this year, and I'm just going to rattle off 5 of the guns and then give you some idea of what it is. We got a Mossberg 935 mag waterfowl black. We have a CZ Drake 12 gauge, a Winchester SX4 Camo 12, a Beretta A300 Camo 12, and a Frankie Affinity 3 Camo 12. Ooh. All these guns, so the tickets are $100 a piece.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you my email address. We printed 200 tickets. We have already sold 60 of them. We are in the green, and we are okay. So just for informational purposes, whatever tickets are sold, whether it be up to the 200 or 75 tickets, these guns will be given away. You do not need to be present. And the drawing will be on Sunday, 9/21/25 at WBC Park. So it is quick. It's soon. So if you want to get a chance to get on this, just let me know. $100, and I give you my email address. It's PAUL 111467. That's not my birthday. At gmail.com. Paul 111467 at gmail.com. We'll figure out how to get it.
It's the number you wore with the Pirates, the number you wore with the Brewers, the number you wore with the Mets.
I wish.
No?
I wish.
No?
I wish it wasn't my birthday. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
But yeah. But again, if you're interested in doing it, we'll make it work. You don't need to be present. I'll shoot you a photo. I'll do whatever you want. And again, great guns to give away. And the fact that the 200 tickets won't be sold. And if we even push 70, I think their odds are really, really good.
All right, that's fantastic for a good cause, too. How many tickets you're buying? But wait a minute, you're not going to buy until you guarantee that they work, correct?
Yeah. I mean, they got to, I don't know, I need some sort of, there's got to be like a training course that comes with them.
Yeah.
You know how I am with firearms.
There's a money-back guarantee. There's a no-miss policy. That's what it is.
There's got to be something there.
He's never going to live this down, right? Never going to live it down. All right. Time now for the latest and greatest outdoor news and information. Eric Tasker at the news desk now with Tailgate Headlines.
All right, so this week in the headlines, we're getting I can't get over the fact that we're getting better and better at this. It just kind of throws me off that we actually kind of have it nailed, and I'm not.
I was nervous because normally they just kind of flow. That one I kind of went, okay, I'm in this now. Wags, like you're in the middle of an inning and you're like, okay, that pitch ain't working. What am I going to come up with?
It's totally fine.
All right.
All right, so Wags, this might be an interesting story for us more so than Tim, just purely because in Oconomowoc there's a lot of white deer, and I don't know if they're piebald deer or they're true albino deer. I've never really seen them up close. I've seen them in fields and all that. There was a story last week that well, first of all, white deer are not albino deer. They have darker eyes, nose, and fur. The albino ones have the pink nose, pink ears.
Yeah. I mean, my wife and I, when we lived over by Silver Lake, that if you go past Silver Lake, there's a subdivision, and we would see every year would see 2 or 3 over there.
Yep. So there's Wood County, Marathon County, Portage, Winnebago, and Jefferson counties, so kind of getting close to us, could soon be able to harvest white deer. Those counties have what the DNR calls a prevalent amount of white deer.
Really?
Wow.
So now we've gotten to the point where there is enough of them that it's not a concern if some of them get taken. Generally, law enforcement considers illegal white deer to be pure white. However, if there's brown on their head, neck, or tarsals, they're still illegal deer to harvest.
Illegal or legal?
Illegal to harvest.
Okay.
Brown on any other spots of the deer make it a legal white deer to harvest. So if there's like on the body, if there's brown, they're legal to harvest. But it says specifically head, neck, and tarsals, which I think is the feet. Right?
Tarsals, right where the tarsal gland is.
Yeah.
Right on the, where you see the during the rut, you see.
So what we're seeing is, and it's just a matter of like genetic variations in coat color. These are not albino deer, and there's different grades of leucism and leucistic deer. There's literally deer out there that are cream colored or light tan, and there's this huge gray area, says Pritzel. I know that's Kaz's buddy from the DNR. So there could also be an opportunity for disease transmission from white to brown deer if the ratios continue to change and people aren't able to harvest them. So there's some sort of like barrier currently between the two of them that maybe there isn't any disease transmission there. And then, so what they're doing is that they're continuing to collect reports from the public on the white deer sightings for the past 5 years. They've found 40 counties in the state with white deer now.
Wow.
And there's 42 or 47 counties.
Well, the interesting thing, too, is that everybody who had a sighting thought they saw something really unique in albino deer.
And now.
And it's not.
Not as much.
Not as
for
much,
sure.
No.
So, so that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting story just to see how that ends up playing out. I mean, they haven't made any decisions. There's still counties where the deer are considered a novelty, so that's why they're kind of looking at those 5, I guess, specific counties right now, just to kind of take a look, because that's where they have the biggest population of them.
Let me ask you guys this, okay? You're in your stand. We'll say it's the Bowseason, and a good-sized white deer, as you described it, walks out in front of you. Are you shooting it? And let's say, Eric, it's in 50 yards instead of 65. 40 yards, you make the distance. Are you? Because for me, I would be so taken aback by seeing it.
I think I would just be
my brain would scream,
kind of in amazement.
You better not shoot that, because I'm thinking it's albino. I'm thinking it's something.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
I'd probably shoot that one.
That's a ghost deer.
Yeah, I think there's just so many different things that go into it. Where's the brown coloring, or is there is it actually? Does it have a brown note? It's like it's just too many things, and I'd rather not get in trouble for it. So I guess I would probably not.
Are they saying it's going to be an extra cost? Is there a certain?
I don't think so.
Is it a drawing? Is there going to be a drawing?
There, so
so you wouldn't shoot and then ask questions later, right?
Correct.
Then you really wouldn't shoot anything for 3 years, because your license would be suspended for 3, and then I'd have to.
I think,
sorry, Tass. There's another big one right by your blind.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's me. If I see it, I would just be stunned that I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
Grab the phone and take a picture, maybe.
Yeah, do something like that. Google it. Look it up.
Yeah, it'd be hard not to take a picture for sure.
Exactly.
How do you not? I mean, just to see something like that walk across in front of you. But yeah, I don't know. So it'll be interesting just to kind of see, but they're starting to talk about it. So it would be interesting. Okay, so if there's 40 counties in the state that have these, white deer, what do they actually anticipate that number of the population to be? That would be interesting to know. If they think that there's enough, what do they consider enough
to begin harvest?
That they're considering harvesting now. I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere in this
And you know what?
article,
That is crazy, because to be an albino deer, it has to have the male and the female both have to have that albino gene.
Correct.
So this brown buck who has the albino gene, he gets harvested. Now that's one of the, because one gene in the doe doesn't do it, or one gene in the buck doesn't do it. They both have to have that. So again, it can be a population issue, or a little bit of a over number right now.
Right.
But that number can be halted as soon as those gened animals are taken and harvested.
Right.
I just wonder if they're looking at this and going, okay, it's cool. It's not albino per se. It's just a different color.
Yeah.
And so they just lump them all together and say, this is no different than, your normal brown doe that you're going to try to shoot.
Right.
It's just that this one is white because it's a different color.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Nah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's like chicken. Maybe it's all white meat then.
I don't know.
Well, it's just like, chocolate milk from brown cows. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's not real? Oh, come on.
My girls used to think
and
that.
I thought you really wrote that letter.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, there's a brown cow. Should we get some chocolate milk?
Let's get some chocolate milk. Yes, chocolate milk comes from brown cows, boys. They believed it for a long time. No, I'm kidding, of course. What else do you have going on today, Eric?
That's my actual only big story.
Can I get the Florida story? Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So I had mentioned at the beginning of the show today, my brother-in-law, Alan, is hunting alligators this week. We're going to have him on the show soon to talk about that. So this story today from Land O'Lakes, Florida, caught my attention. Here's the headline. Florida woman fights off alligator to save her dog.
Florida, in fact, one woman went above and beyond to save her dog from an alligator.
She even punched the gator to save her furry friend. Chris Hurst spoke with the woman about her heroic efforts.
Lazy slug. 4-month-old Dax probably has no idea his owner, Danny Wright,
But anyone would do it.
saved
Dax
his life
is a
last week.
But
Shih
we've
Tzu.
never seen an alligator back here.
She took Dax behind her house in Land O'Lakes and walked along this stagnant creek.
I heard a squeal, and I got pulled. So the alligator had him by his air tag and drags him.
She says an alligator bit Dax's collar and dragged him into the water. Then Wright fought back.
And I just punched and I punched him in the eye enough that he kind of let go, like he unclamped a little. And I pulled out, but his teeth were like here and just drug down my arm.
It may look like algae or maybe even astroturf, but it's actually floating water moss, and it provided a great cover for that 5-foot gator.
Soon trappers and FWC
Can't even believe this happened to my life today.
came and caught the gator.
I freaking fought an alligator and won.
Wright recording it safely
I'm looking
inside
at the
her
alligator
porch.
video
Be
now.
careful with your dogs. These alligators are no joke. I mean, 15 feet he came out to get him, and I didn't see him.
And she has a reminder for dog owners to avoid taking them anywhere close to water.
I learned to be more alert. Constantly walk around. I'm looking at my phone all the time. Leave your phone at home, Pay attention.
Because you never know what might be lurking. But in Florida, if it's wet, you can bet a gator is close by.
I don't know how she thought there would never be a gator in that body of water. But that dog
Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Same way.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I don't know if this lady's from the East Coast, maybe somewhere. She kind of had like a little bit of a Boston accent or like a New York accent. The alligator got my dog by the air tag.
You should have seen, again, I'm watching the video here. Her arm is wrapped from her wrist to her elbow, where the gator clamped onto her forearm.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That is good. Okay,
Florida-
well, thankfully,
a
we don't
Florida
have
woman.
to worry about that
Yes,
here in the
there
state.
you go. Mm-hmm.
So
I've been on golf courses in Florida with my family several times, and you'll see the gators there. And you may hit a ball that's kind of in that direction.
questionable eye.
Yeah, and you walk over there like, I'm not afraid of any gator. All of a sudden, one of my family members come up
Yeah,
behind
until
me.
the
They go,
eyeballs come out.
they'll go, nah, it's just a golf ball. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, there's more of those at the pro shop.
Yeah, we can get more at the
I
pro
don't think
shop.
it's worry. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, man.
All right, so that was the first time, maybe the last time, that I bring a hard-hitting story to these shows.
That was
But
good. No, it rounded
was
out the
good.
news segment. That was
good.
perfect.
Okay.
Another news hit real quick is when bear season opened with, we were talking about temperatures.
Yep.
So I was talking to the guys up north, and again, it is halted their harvest of bears as well.
Is that the video you sent us?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah, a couple pictures of where he was sitting, and then there was again they were heavy at the end of eight. Like the dates on his pictures that he sent me were 8/26, 8/27, and then all of a sudden the heat started coming in. So the other night he was out this week, and it was about 85 degrees, he said, and again nothing was hitting until. So it's affecting everything in the wildlife.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing that's not affected by the heat? Mosquitoes. My God. Site's podcast page. But Wags, real quick, you've got this great raffle going on to benefit a lot of people. Gun raffle, but it wraps up tomorrow, Sunday, correct?
Correct. So it's $100. I'll give you the brief note real quick. It's $100 a ticket. No need to be present. The drawing will be tomorrow. If you want to get in on it real quick tonight, I will get them for you. Again, my email address is paul111467@gmail.com. We'll figure out the logistics. I'll give it to you, give you a picture of your ticket, and hopefully you're a winner.
And hopefully somebody took advantage of following you on social media because you had some links up about that this week, too.
Yeah, we put it up earlier this week just knowing that we were going to talk about it, with the raffle being tomorrow, obviously. So, yeah. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully not good luck to everybody. Hopefully good luck to Eric Tasker.
There you go.
That's what we're hoping for.
Let's talk a little bit about one of the original partners in this program. It's our friends at Bunzels.
Yeah, Bunzels. Hey, if you are through all of your venison from last year and you are looking for beef sticks or something to get you through your sits in stand in 98-degree weather or 108-degree weather, as it seems to be right now. Bunzels has a wide variety of different hot sticks, jerky, cheese sticks, whatever you want to bring, and also like cookies and all sorts of stuff to kind of get you through those long, grueling days getting attacked by mosquitoes. The other thing I want to mention about Bunzels is that they also do wild game processing. So now it's at a different location. It's like 81st, I believe, or 83rd and Burleigh. It's a different plant, a different shop, a butcher shop. And it's first come, first served, though. So if you do end up harvesting a deer, make sure that you're there early. You'll see the line of vehicles around the corner of the shop, and so they do that. If you do have a specialty brat or something that you really love of theirs, they can do all sorts of stuff with your venison. So if you want to get it ground up, turn it into brats or hot dogs or chops or whatever you want to do, they can do that for you. And as always, they're doing that again this year, but they kind of do it on a first-come, first-served basis. So get there early.
And the website is?
Bunzels.com, Bunzels.com.
What about what's the September giveaway?
Oh, we already talked about
Sweet
that,
meat deal. No, you didn't.
You didn't.
Talk about that. No,
I forgot.
You forgot about the sweet meat deal.
Yeah, the September meat deal is a whole pork tenderloin, 2 homemade Italian sausages, a whole or cut-up chicken, a pound of ground chuck, and 2 chicken patties.
Beautiful.
Pork chops or
$20.
pork tenderloin?
Pork chops.
Pork chops or pork tenderloin?
Yeah, if you cook it right, a pork tenderloin is pretty dang good.
Isn't the pork just cut the bone out and it's a tenderloin?
Well,
isn't it?
yeah, but the reason I ask is because my wife has given up on pork chops. Okay. I like pork chops, but she's like, I can't do this. They're always dry. I just can't.
Yeah.
And so we're shifting more to pork loin. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Instead.
Yeah. My thing is that we always do like sliced super thin onions and shaved apple slices, and you caramelize them with like a little bit of brown sugar and butter, and use that to serve with your pork tenderloin. Oh. Incredible.
It's a lot of work.
Well,
it's a lot of work.
Maybe me and you should be invited and check it out.
There we go. Yeah.
We can do that.
You can do that. And we'll give you a grade. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, Sherry's not allowed to use the mandolin, though, because she'll lose a thumb or she'll lose a finger. Like the little flat slicer that you can get even slices with everything.
It's like the
you lost me at
mandolin.
I thought it was like what?
Mandalorian, actually.
I thought Wags again.
I thought it was like an Italian city where we go. It's on the Amalfi Coast, and Wags, when you're out in Italy next time, stop at the Amalfi Coast at the Mandolinian. Make sure you don't cut your fingers off.
When you're with the boys at the Planet Fitness, waiting for them to come out in Rockford, swing by the Dollar General store and pick up some Yinsu knives. They slice ham so thin your in-laws will never come back.
It's probably a good thing that we don't sit in the blind together, Wags. We did that first time that I came out turkey hunting with you, and I just remember you start using the box call, and you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but sometimes they come out.
So that explains Milford Hills. You guys walk side by side. We should have reversed the order. You should have been in the end, and I could have been like the hall monitor in the middle, just like middle school. You two need to keep it down over there.
Oh, my God.
Probably I'm probably scratching him. Probably, turkeys, stay away. Stay away. I'm probably giving him like an SOS. And I'm like, we think they should be coming in.
So what do you two have going on this weekend? You know what I'm doing. I got football all weekend, but what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to our friend Shanna from our sister station, FM 106. They're having a gender reveal. Yeah. She's on with Drew and KB, and she's doing a gender reveal today. And if everybody thinks it's a boy, they have to wear Packers gear. Okay. If they think it's a girl, they have to wear Bills gear, or red, white, and blue, and then green and yellow. So that's how they're doing their gender reveal.
Remember, Wags, when we never did that?
Yeah. We just went, find out.
Surprise! Whoa!
Right.
Okay.
Then you go, hey, I need blue stuff. I need pink stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure all of the guys that are hunters are all going to be thinking, we just had a cold front, and I really think that we should be out in the woods, and so maybe we'll call it a wrap early, and we'll get back out there this afternoon.
If not, you'd be there out there. You can come out here tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So.